Hello, it is Monday, and everybody knows what Monday means. It's Monday Market 15 with your host, Bob Morales, RCO Network, and my very esteemed, astute, wonderfully delicious co-host, Miss Ashley Miller, Great American Title. Hello, there she is.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We come at you every Monday talking about the Phoenix housing market, talking about the ins and outs of buying and selling in this kind of craziness we call Phoenix, Arizona. How you doing today, Miss Miller? You just came off a plane.
I did. I came off a plane, went home, got in my car. My air conditioning wasn't working,
Yeah.
so I've had a rough 30 minutes of cooling down.
It's a bit hot out there, eh?
Yeah, it's a little.
That's how committed she is. She is very committed to coming and bringing you information, news, and stuff that she's here for you. She's not here for me.
Yeah, I'm here for everyone.
Oh.
Ooh,
She's
everyone.
adjusting. We didn't adjust enough before we got on.
Yeah, okay.
So we're here to bring information about the Phoenix housing market. If you leave any comments or questions, go ahead and put those in the comments section below. We have a contest winner, which we'll announce a little later today. Yes. So we do have winners and things that we do here to, again, to heighten the awareness and heighten the things just for you guys out there.
Well, and get people engaged. They're like we always talk about. There's so much noise online, and as I said, like Robert and I, we actually sit and research and we take notes and try to provide the best information that's out there.
And most available, and try to be as honest and present it in the most genuine kind of manner. Because I know sometimes with news and stuff, you're kind of led to believe one certain agenda, one political thing or whatever. We just bring information. Yep. And in commentary. So
we have something exciting to talk about. Like you're so excited.
Oh.
The counter offers are back.
Yes. Guys,
counter offers are back.
Hold on. There you go. We'll throw some more in there. Counter offers are back. Yeah, they're coming back. So I actually had a couple buyers this weekend. We put in offers, and I got 2 counter offers back, and we're negotiating that as we speak, which is amazing because 2 months ago, I was barely getting a call back, if that. I might get an email back saying, oh, we selected another offer. It's kind of crazy. And these price points are in the lower tiers. One is at $285, and then the other one, these are the list prices. These aren't the offer prices, of course. One is at $285, and the other one $305.
Yeah, I think it's fabulous. I mean, I know that in the past, about 8 months or so, or let's just call it a year, they've gone from about $283,000 as the average price range. Now it's like bordering $400,000, but there's still homes out there in that price range. Yeah. And we're consistent. We're consistently about 5,000 homes on the market right now, which I think is pretty awesome. Yeah,
I'll show that real quick. Since we're talking about it, I'll throw up the screen there. I did have it prepared. Look at this. These are 5,000, roughly in the Phoenix area. This isn't including Tucson and all that stuff. So roughly in the Phoenix, Maricopa. Ooh. I threw a little bit of Santan in there.
I'm
you
totally
see your house from here?
No. I'm gonna throw you guys and I actually have this written down on my paper and circled. So see right there where it says Morristown, above where it says 5. Yes,
right
Morristown.
Here. Right there.
Morristown is a very interesting city if you guys want to research. So if you're looking to
she's selling Morristown.
Purchase land, that right now, based upon my recon that I've done, Morristown is a great place to purchase land right now because as you move further west, we've got Lake Pleasant. Yeah. That's kind of filling up, and they keep pushing out. So Morristown now has like an elementary school. They have, and the prices are phenomenal.
Do they have a Walmart yet? That's really the true marker of the city.
It really is. You're right. I don't know. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to Google that.
We need some more recon on that Morristown.
But the moment they get a Walmart, then that's when prices are going to inflate, or Starbucks, as we know, by 5%. But if they don't have a Walmart yet, that's a place to buy land.
So we're not financial advisors by any means, but we do share some information. So do not listen to us. You might lose all your money, or you might win it big. I don't know.
We're only here to give you some information, and you can do your
fun.
own recon. But yeah, that was funny that you said that because I literally circled land, and I just saw that, so that was exciting.
Because I think you're kind of out there looking at stuff.
Well, I see, back in the day when and whatever day it was, people would buy land. And you hear these stories like that property off of Tatum and Bell. Yeah. Right there. What did they sell that for to that huge developer? $81 million or something astronomical. And it was a young kid. His grandmother had bought the land. Sat on it. There was cows on it. I mean, literally cows in the middle of Scottsdale. And they ended up selling it to, what is it, D.R. Horton, I believe is the builder right there. Mm-hmm. And it's just mind-blowing. And as we're expanding, we're growing, like, let's just buy some land. Like, put your boots on. I mean, literally, you put your boots on and
go buy land.
We'll go buy some land.
So I have had questions, especially this weekend, regarding. I have a listing out in Arizona City. There's just land. It's just vacant land, and it's in a subdivision. It's got 3 other lots on one side of it, and it's got the whole rest of the street there. You know, if you know Arizona City, it's pretty much like half built. You know, it was the premier city. Allegedly the premier city between Phoenix and Tucson. Had a couple golf courses there, and it just never manifested. You know, the whole crash in 2008, whatever happened. You know, it's just kind of left vacant, you know. Right. And so there was some land that I have out there. I have a listing out there, and I got questions regarding that. I get questioned all the time. Is it smarter just to buy land and build my own house on there? Sure.
I say buy and hold right now, because as far, like we've talked about this before with materials, they're pricey, but if you have cash to buy land in certain areas, just buy it, because we're not stopping. Arizona is just going to continue to expand and expand and expand and expand.
It does grow out. Yeah, it's very flat. I mean, it doesn't grow up; it grows out. Mm-hmm. You know, that's one takeaway. Like, if anybody's coming from out of state, or they're considering Phoenix as their market, I mean, that's something to know, that there's really, in my interpretation, there's not a whole lot of city like infrastructure. People come from the suburbs out to the city to work, and then they kind of go back. There's really not a whole lot of people living in the city. You know,
we're
downtown.
Spoiled in Arizona. We can get anywhere in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But
well, you haven't been in a car with Ashley. She can get anywhere in 30. It takes me 45 to an hour.
I am a fast driver.
She got a lead foot. It's a tiny foot, but it's very, very heavy. But we're here again talking about the Phoenix housing market. You know, land. You know, the 2 takeaways with land. If you're looking at, like, you know, building a second home out in the mountains, you know, the 2 things you really have to consider: does it have electricity? Does it have water?
Yeah.
You know, those are the big cost things. You know, you could add a septic to any house. You can add a structure out there. You also have to make sure it's zoned residential. Otherwise, you have to rezone it. Yeah. You know, I think everybody's kind of dream is to build their own house however they want to. And right now, because people are so priced out in this market, they're kind of going back to that idea. Like, well, I can't buy a house right now. I'll just buy a lot of land in town, and then I'll build my house. And it's not always so easy. You know,
no, I mean, there's so many factors that you have to think about when it comes to that. But, you know, I'm looking at some numbers that I wrote down. Mm-hmm. So like Maricopa County right now, there's over 900,000 renters. 900,000 renters. And we only have 5,000 homes available.
For rent?
So, no, to purchase.
Oh, to purchase.
So if you're looking to purchase, that's why I'm thinking about the land thing. You know, why not buy land right now and just sit and hold it, and eventually be able to, once the market or the lumber, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, when
commodities
kind of like go back to norm again,
deflate in price,
right?
Maybe.
I don't think the land values are going to decrease, but I do think that that will. So for those 900,000 renters, that might be something to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge. You know, people tend to rent for a reason. You know, a lot of people coming from out of town. A lot of people are in transition. But people are renting generally for a reason. Sometimes their credit score isn't up there. If you need any assistance or help with that, you know, we know people. If you want to contact us.
People who know people.
We could either get you there, or, you know.
Kind of a big deal around here.
Yeah.
We have rich mahogany.
Yes.
Furniture, leather-bound books.
I don't have that good of an accent.
Anchorman.
I know. I don't have that much of an accent. So I try.
It's just I find it very interesting that with so many renters, the apartment complexes are now raising the prices. And if you look and you see where the interest rates are, you can actually purchase a home for less than when you can rent a home. And they're doing like 203K loans where you can purchase a home and get a bid if you want to remodel it. So they could purchase a home that might not be the perfect version, but there's loans out there that will do that for them. And if you do the math, like on what you're paying in your rent versus the interest rate, it's definitely something that's an option. I mean, we know a ton of lenders. You have a ton of lenders you work with that will be able to do some of these things. Like there's government programs, there's 100% financing. Anybody who's past military or VA, Do you know how many? This is a shocker to me.
Yeah.
So many vets have not taken advantage of VA loans. Mind blowing. No down payment. No, I mean it's literally like they're handing you gold, like a house. So if you are a vet or VA, put it in the comments, and we will help you find a VA specialist to get you in your home if you're renting. And which is even cooler about VAs, is that it doesn't. So if they're already living in a home and they didn't use their VA benefits, they can actually buy another home with their VA benefits. Pretty magical.
Yeah, so contact us if you want more information regarding that. Ashley seems to know a few lenders that will be able to do that. I have one that I work with fairly exclusively. So
you're so exclusive.
I know.
You're so extra.
I'm a little bougie. You know, another trend I've been really kind of watching, and I don't know if you've seen this too, is that those commercial office spaces with the rental homes above that, the condo spaces, kind of like Kierland.
Yeah.
So I see that as an upcoming trend where they're not necessarily selling those as condos; they're just renting out those spaces, you know, as like a transitory. Hey, come and live and work in the same place. You know, and in my mind, I'm like, why would I want to live and work in the same place? But I see that as an upcoming trend where you're kind of almost like boxed in this area where you live and work in the same location.
Well, in other places besides Arizona, I feel like that's very normal, like San Francisco, New York, Chicago, LA. I mean, there's so many places where people do that and they love it. Anybody who has, multiple children and all that, that's not really.
Well, we're not like feasible. San Francisco where you can get lost in the city. I mean, there's only like.
That's where I just came from. No, we didn't actually get lost. I'm very good. I am proud of myself. I figured out how to use the transit system very well. I did not get us lost once. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty gridded. I mean, other than the earthquake shifting the streets. As long as you know where all the bars are, that's fine.
My legs hurt so bad.
No, but what I mean is like there's this trend like Kierland where again you're living and working in the same space, and we're not a San Francisco where you can get kind of lost and people aren't watching. There's just these small little segments. There's one in Agritopia being built right now. It's right off Higley in Ray.
Gilbert, right?
Yeah, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Where they have just the commercial leasing on the bottom and then all the rental homes on top. They want to isolate you in one location. And I think that's a growing trend regarding commercial business right now because the malls are gone.
I know.
There's no such thing as a mall anymore.
I know. I went to PV Mall the other day because I needed to get something. Zone. Oh, no, it's actually physically closed.
Yeah.
I went there to get like a necklace fixed. Yeah. And this is how ignorant I am. Like, it was physically shut down and closed except JCPenney's and Costco because they actually own that piece of land versus everyone else who was a land lease. It was really sad.
Yeah, the only other malls that I mean, there's the Westgate, but that also has like the traffic from the ball games, the hockey.
All that. I mean, Scottsdale Quarter, you live, you work.
It's got some
play restaurants like.
Well, like shopping. All the indoor closed malls are just kind of going away.
I know.
Stuff with exterior kind of like amenities, like
which is hot as stuff out here, so I don't get it.
She meant to say balls.
I did. I was going to.
Don't worry, I'll fill in.
I don't know why we keep doing that. It is so blazing hot out here, but I get it. It's fine.
I think there's that extension of wanting to be outdoors, not being confined, and we've been confined for a year or so, and even before that, I mean, some of the malls were closing. Like Fiesta Mall closed almost 3 years ago now. It's just that turn away from going to a location, and now you're integrating the mall or the shopping experience with your home. I don't know I don't like it, but that's just an ongoing trend. I don't know if anybody else is kind of seeing that, or if they're seeing any more builds out there regarding this.
I'm curious.
Kind of like a Kierland Ranch.
Well, I'm curious because I would love if you guys would comment and tell me like what area you live in and what different types of trends you guys are seeing because. One of the things that I have been doing a little bit of recon on is watching, Metro Center shut down, right? And what are they going to build there? Well, if they're going to build something like an outdoor mall extravaganza, that means all of the houses right there off of 37th Ave between Dunlop, Peoria, that whole little center, all those houses are going to skyrocket hugely. It's going to be amazing. Just like PV Mall just closed. I'm very sad about it. I might cry.
As long as they don't close Scottsdale Mall, I'm okay.
I don't like going down there. It's so congested and there's so much noise. And, like, I just like to go to PV, run in, do my thing, and then leave. And I grew up there. Like, literally, like, that was the very first mall, like, I ever shopped at. But as I'm researching, as malls are getting shut down, indoor malls, and they're creating this indoor, outdoor work space, kind of like a WeWork life living thing, the actual physical homes around there are going to increase. So if you have an opportunity to purchase before these things are being built, then, I mean, it's a great investment and better than what the freaking stock market is doing right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the other thing too. So, like, if anybody watches stocks or anybody watches kind of like finances and we have a show every Friday, by the way, here at RCO Network. I would say kind of keep an eye on the stock market. You know, if people are pulling out of financial industry, I mean, a lot of what's aggravated these housing prices and this current situation we're in is a lot of investors. Before we got on the show, we talked a little bit about iBuyers, but there's a lot of investors that have pushed into the real estate market because of the concern and fears in the stock market and not being able to park their money and make it grow in those stocks. Because I think it's been tapped out at this point. And you'll start seeing like this trend of people pulling out of stock market and pulling out of stocks, going into bonds and going into more stable assets such as real estate, just to secure their money. Mm-hmm. And they have. We've been seeing that. You know, OfferPad, Open Door have been making these significant offers on these houses. And if you look at some of the stuff that's on market right now for more than 60 days, is all going to be some sort of iBuyer situation. OfferPad, Open Door are overpriced houses, and they're just staying on market. They're increasing our days on market rate.
They are, but I'm going to be the devil advocate here.
Oh, boy.
Land will always have value. We always say that. So 83% of people, their home equity is their retirement. Oh. So buying, whether it's land in Morristown.
She keeps pushing that Morristown.
I know.
Hashtag
I'm about to
Morristown.
go buy some out there. Land will always have value. So I have noticed a lot of people. I've also noticed, and not that we're talking about stocks, but I'm just going to bring this up for a hot minute because we're talking about malls and things shutting down. A lot of stores are now just going online. To online shopping, so they're closing down their retail stores. They're saving a ton of money. I mean, look at Express. 2022, they're mostly going to be online. They're going to save $313 million, I believe it is, with not paying employees and all of that jazz. So that would be a stock to potentially, not invest in, because I can't tell you to invest, but to look into. So just watching the retail market and what's happening there. But land will or when I say land, you guys, I mean, it could be houses. It could. I'm just the parcel. Parcel is probably a better word. Parcel will always have value. It'll always have value.
Well, your taxes are assessed mostly for the land value,
right,
rather than the house.
Yeah,
because it always exists. Even if it burns down completely, you'll still have the value of the land. Still
I'm so glad, Robert, you brought that up, because I was talking to
I'm intuitive. I know
Brian. Brian is my insurance guy, and FYI, I'm going to totally shout out Brian. I may have done this before. The most amazing insurance agent ever. But we were chatting the other day, and he was saying that what's happening with the inflation of houses and what they can actually cover if the house is physically burnt down to the ground, and the rebuild costs right now, it's it's very wishy-washy. But that'll.
Is that an official insurance term?
No, I don't know what the term is.
D-dubs? No.
I don't know what
You're entitled. You're not in insurance, so that's fine.
Yeah.
You're forgiven.
Thanks.
So before we get too far along, we do want to mention do we want to mention our contest winner now?
We do, and sorry, please.
So last week we threw out a contest, and basically the number of days on market with each one of these, every time we've checked the stats on the house. So active listings have gone up. About 4 weeks ago, it was around 3,200 homes. The next week it was about 41, 42. The next week it's been about 52. This week it's stabilized. We're about 51. Yeah. But we wanted somebody to guess and say how many days or what our inventory would be this week.
Yeah.
If they had a guess, how many months of inventory do we have? So I think last week we had about 0.6, 0.7.
Somewhere in that range.
Somewhere around there. But this week, so we got some new stats. I'm going to post those real quick. Hello.
They were pretty on point.
our closest one. So we had to select the closest person who came on market. So month supply, we have 1.05. So currently, so right now, basically, what this says, so months of supply and inventory. So people who want to purchase a house, if we sold out, if we got no listings as of today, we would sell out in about 1 month, just a little over 1 month. Just sell out of our current inventory and have 0 houses if we stop taking active listings today.
Right.
So the reason I'm laughing is because our contest winner.
It's from YouTube because we stream on YouTube, we stream on
Twitch,
LinkedIn, Twitch,
and a couple
all these
Facebook
different things, Facebook.
Yeah, I'll just put it up. That's all.
There.
So if somebody wants, if two hoes in a console wants to reach out, you're this week's contest winner. You came the closest into guessing how much inventory we would have. So she guessed 1.425. I locked her in last week. And officially two hoes won the contest. So
yeah, and it's going to be, it's a birthday month.
I don't know who two hoes is.
So Mastro's and it's her birthday.
Yeah. But we can't give a gift card out to two hoes. I mean, if we can go out there, I guess on the street and ask people who two hoes is. But that's excuse me, do you know two hoes? I'm sure we get some weird looks, but if you are two hoes or know two hoes, have her call us or reach out to us,
and we will give you your birthday. We'll give you your gift card, and you can celebrate at Mastro's for your birthday. Happy birthday!
Boy. Happy birthday, two hoes!
Oh my gosh,
that's not me. I had to post this because I didn't think people would believe me.
We were laughing our booties off,
our balls off. I said it again. So
I know.
Anyway, if anybody knows two hoes or if two hoes can reach out to us, send us your email, contact information, phone number or something, and we will get you your gift card.
So our next contest.
Oh boy. Our next contest.
We keep hearing interest rates are rising. So Robert and I looked over from 1972 to basically now where interest rates have fluctuated. You guys, the year I was born, 1982, interest rates, what was it? It was like 13%. The year you were born, it was like 10%.
Yeah.
From like 72 to like 1998, they ranged in the double digits.
Yeah.
And we're complaining. They're like, oh, it's going up to 4.5. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, man. So I want to know this month, right now, July 2008, what were the interest rates at? And I'm going to add this little spin. Robert, I didn't tell you about this.
Oh, crap.
And what was the average price of a home?
Oh,
the
average
first
price?
person who can give me the average price of the home and the interest rates in July 2008.
Do I get to enter the contest?
No.
Oh, because I know the answer. I'm just kidding.
Do you actually know the average price of a home in 2008?
No, but I can look it up.
Well, so can everyone else. That's why I said the first person who answers.
Oh, so the first person. So here for the first person. Hold on. If you're the first person that answers the, what was the question?
So July 2008, interest rate and average home price.
Okay, got that? Pencil that in? Did you get that?
And then you tell us again where you want your gift card to. Well,
and if you have an obscure name like Two Hoes, maybe put your real name in there.
That would be amazing.
Or some way for us to contact you so that we're not out in public over here in the lobby. Hey, excuse me, do you know Two Hoes?
And a console.
Which would be amazing if somebody actually did.
Yeah, that would be awesome if you could put your name and your
And I mean the real Two Hoes, not just regular Two Hoes. Anyway.
OMG, you are in talking timeout.
Yeah, so the biggest takeaway this week, because we're nearing the end of the show, Miss,
the counteroffers.
The counteroffers. So the good thing is there is some quirkiness in this market, some shifting. I'm going to go ahead and put that article up here so you guys can see.
We want to take the fear out of buying homes and the fact that now it's no longer $20,000 over with 40 offers and your agent not being contacted back. Like the fact that you had 2 homes and 2 counteroffers, like that's pretty magical. Like that just shows that we're changing, we're slowly changing, and to me it's good.
The landscape is shifting a little bit. We are seeing. I'll go ahead and put those numbers up too. We just got some stats out today from MLS. If I can throw some of those right there. Some daunting and some, a little bit discouraging, but some good news for buyers out there. So new list houses are listing at around $518,000. That's the average list price And as you can see, the sales price is coming down to about 507. So there are some decreases, which is, again, a positive thing if we're seeing price decreases in this market.
Yeah.
It's a positive thing for buyers, not so much for sellers. If you're on the fence for selling, this is probably one of those critical points where you really should be considering finally listing it. If you're in a particular situation where you can't, at least have that discussion with somebody you trust. If not, with us right here.
No, absolutely. And don't be afraid of that number. I mean, what we were talking about with the 900,000 renters versus the 5,000 homes, and you see that average price range. A lot of people don't think they can afford it. But if you start breaking down the math and do it right, and you meet with a loan officer, mortgage consultant, and Robert or whomever, well, Robert can introduce you to one. You'll come to find out that 500 is actually reasonable compared to what you're paying in rent right now. It's just
it's really reaching out to the people you trust, lender and real estate agent, to decide what's best for your situation. Also, too, just to kind of point out, we're seeing more active listings. So we had pointed that out in just kind of our non-scientific way. You know, we would draw a little circle around a map and kind of pull up those numbers each week. But these are the official numbers as of June. We're seeing an increase in inventory, 39%. And you can see just by lines, you can see that the active listings are coming up. Under contract 39, and then under contract on a contingency 3%.
Right. Yeah. There was one more that I liked.
Which one?
Go down.
Oh my God.
No, I'm sorry. But yeah, you're in the right direction.
Total inventory. New inventory 9,000. See, it's increasing too. So new inventory coming on market is also increasing roughly about 1,000 year over year. And you can see the divergence in the line happened around April. We're starting to see that decrease last year, and now we're starting to see an increase this year.
And I just want to preface this that that number. So when we showed you the number where it said 5,000 to something, that's because we drew a circle kind of around the small section of the metropolitan area. This is all together.
This is a more of a finite number.
Yeah, thank you. Finite number.
Because we're
so
pretty
distinguished.
We're pretty fine. Hello. Yes. Thank you. Pretty much. So is there any last words, Miss, that we need to do? We cover everything?
Gosh, I didn't cover everything I had written down, but
oh boy.
I think the biggest takeaways is knowing that if you're feeling you are not able to purchase a home right now because you're going to be priced out or you're going to be bidded out, this is a testament to that. There are counter offers happening. There's magical things happening right now. There is financing. There's 100% financing. There's tax government programs. There's so many great things. So just doing, again, I talk about this all the time, a cost analysis, talking to an agent who clearly knows what he's doing because you're getting counters back. Like that means something, right?
That's right.
Potentially looking into to land if that's something you guys are thinking about, especially if you're thinking about buying a second home out on the outskirts. Like potentially just buy the land now and wait till.
How's that Morristown out there?
Hey, I mean,
I think we're gonna do hashtag Morristown.
I know, right? I think this is some good stuff. I like these numbers.
In the last couple of weeks, we have been in kind of articulating a little bit of a shift in this market, and I'm starting to see it foot's on the ground. Also too with iBuyers, people from out of town, the thing to concern yourself with, the listings that are overpriced, you're going to see on market for 20, 40, 50, and even 60 days, which is amazing. I'm starting to see those prices, decrease a lot, and the people that are buying from out of town are buying from places like Open Door or these whatever companies. Not to bash them or anything,
I saw a new
but
one the other day. I'm going to research it and I'll put it in the comments. It's called like RTL offers, and I was driving out west the other day and I took a picture of it.
And some of these brokerages offer some good services if it matches what you're trying to do. If you're trying to maximize what you're trying to do, I mean, obviously yes, go with somebody you trust or whatever it is in your circle. You know what you need to do. We're not financial advisors, but we're here to help. And as we come to the end of today's show, I want to thank Miss Miller for always joining me. Hold on, let me put that music on. Oh, there it is. So every Monday here at RCO Network, we bring you the most information about the Phoenix housing market. Ashley Miller, Great American Title. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're a wonder to be had and to be indulged as much as possible.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'm just here.
So
Rob
he
Morales
takes care of everything.
Oh boy.
I just show up.
She is the show, by the way. So I might have started again. So I come back every Monday here, roughly about the 3 o'clock hour. We started a little bit late because Ashley just came off a plane and she wanted to be here. She wanted to be here for you guys, and she's just that way. That's why we love her. So if you want to throw a little heart for that, I love that.
I love purple hearts.
She likes purple hearts. So we'll catch you guys next week around 3 o'clock. Rob Morales, RCU Network. Ashley Miller, Great American Title. Adios, Captain.
Yeah.